The greatest feeling in the world was holding my own gun. I'm hypertensive, but all my decisions been wholesome. My independence had me flipping on siblings I stole from. Said I'm just big and loud. Well, £1/2 is my silent treatment. I punched out plugs I could've stopped from eating.
Stash of the product, shy nigga got a gun in the mask in the grass, it's a popper. I was Robin Hood with the stock, don't get shot up. Now I'm watching Robin Hood in my stocks, they just shot up.
That's all it is. You just do the math. You solve one problem.
You voice through action. You voice through action. You don't voice through voicing.
This is the reason why I say voice through voice. If they're using this frequency to affect certain neighborhoods or certain
where you're going.
Why not have a counteractive
because you eventually,
frequency?
I feel like we've had this talk before. You eventually realize that the participants are volunteering to participate.
But not everyone. I can't agree
Yes,
with
they are. Everyone.
I can't agree with
Even
that.
if it's by mistake.
I can't agree with
Some
that.
of you niggas that think y'all is signed to, I'm freestyling right now, so don't take this and fact check. Some of you niggas that think y'all signed to TuneCore don't know TuneCore is owned by fucking such and such. You niggas is standing on false ideologies, just fighting for things, for non-existent virtues. We was on E1 talking about independent. E1 was Atlantic. It was.
Yeah, it's still connected.
Yeah, so I mean.
So unless you're direct to consumer,
Shit is all.
you're not independent?
Yeah. Yes. If you are not direct to consumer, you're not independent.
So Ryan Leslie's like the only independent nigga in the world.
Russ.
Ryan Leslie's independent.
Russ ain't signing nobody, right?
Russ, I think, is independent.
Yeah, Russ is
And if
independent.
he ain't, he
But Russ
talks
had
about
a
it.
deal. He had a deal at some point.
I think he
not-
had one. I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
he
he
does
had
now.
one and then he left.
Right.
If I'm not
Not
mistaken.
no more.
But even if he's not independent now, some of his checks that come in is from his independence still. Like, that's what he be posting. Yo, shit, my album from 2012 is that's my own shit. Look what I did, y'all. Like, he goes about that messaging.
Right.
Facts.
But then there's another check that's coming from the work that you've done with a major, and it would be in their best interest to keep that shit.
Well, yeah. Listen, we
generating
all
money.
come from impoverished neighborhoods, right? So don't misconstrue what I'm saying.
Right.
Nothing wrong with partnering with anybody or working for anybody. But it is a monopoly game, and you should be trying to figure out how to exit. Like, we be down. Like, I was down. I didn't have the option. Options are luxury. I didn't have the option to, when a bad contract was in front of me, turn it away. I had to maybe take a nigga saying, hey, here's 10 grand, make it stretch for the next 3 years, and we're gonna try to get a deal. It's irrational shit, but I did that, right? In hopes to see another day. And then you see a publishing deal, and then you see this deal, and then you see it. At some point, you get enough information, because that's really what it's about, and you say, oh shit, I don't like none of this shit. That's why you get the act that you sign the bad deals, and then they pop off the rip. Cardi B popped off rip. You were never getting a second album without them fixing whatever they put there. Hey, yo. Like, that's a blessing, but that ain't everybody's story.
Right.
You want to live another day so you can design your life how you see fit. And if that's being a man to the worker and a slave to the record labels for the rest of your life, then so be it. But I don't know how fruitful that is. Niggas got to go do the work. Nobody want to go do the work. Nobody want to work.
Nobody wants to do the work.
Nobody wants to do the work. It takes work. Nobody wants to do the work.
They want the results.
They want the results with no work. Fast action, microwave, quick bullshit.
Which is why the labels don't die.
Yeah, they won't die because nobody wanted to work.
Labels represent a shortcut. Russ was independent for years and years and years, building all that shit.
I gotta say, recipes Nipsey. I was surprised when
Then you
Nipsey
gotta
took
go
the
learn
deal.
it. Hey, man, sat here and was talking about what he was talking about. Them niggas back there say, yo, dog, you got an hour left. We did a few episodes today. Yeah, you can't just sit here and do that. You gotta go learn storage. You gotta go learn all of this other shit for you to do this properly. If you wanna really get to the work. If you wanna be a slave and just come here and just keep talking and not pay for nothing, then get what comes to you. But if you wanna do it this way, Let's go to B&H. Let's get 1 million of these cards, tripods, stands, wires, cords. Can I
Lights.
record here? Lights, staff. Let's go. It's work. You gotta spend. Most niggas can't spend to get to the work.
That's not. Yo, you niggas better show up with some more cards, man. Like, what the fuck, man?
They got an hour left. Know why? You overworked them.
Talking shit about y'all. He's
You
talking
overworked
about
them.
y'all right now. He's
And
not
you
talking
wasting
about
some of
me.
the card time. You got
I'm just
45
saying.
minutes on the card.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So there's no artist or reputable artist that we could actually say is independent. That's your argument.
You chance to rap independent?
No.
You never signed.
No.
Who he signed to?
Stop.
No, MECC is going wild on that topic.
I'm
Leave it alone.
I'm laughing at Joe. Joe started laughing the second
Listen
you
to this.
said it.
I'm not gonna do that with him. What I will say is, the people who are truly independent will never tell you. They out there, and they kill it.
Fuck up.
They would never tell you. Know what happens when one of us break the mold? Like if one of these niggas go give me $100 million check, what they're gonna say is, don't tell them. Let them keep do what they doing. We doing this for you, big dog. There's niggas out there that's getting it. You'll never know it and you'll never see it.
You ever walk past Urban Plaza and see them lines around the corner, and you look up at the marquee and you don't recognize the name? It's those dudes. You're in Times Square, you walk past the theater over there, you never saw that name before, the line is around the corner. Have no idea who he is, you've never seen an interview with him, you've never heard his shit at any place, ever. Meanwhile, the line is like
sons ain't
around the
shit
corner.
like that.
I mean,
like,
even
who the
guys
fuck are
that
these
don't
guys?
do those type of shows still getting.
Oh,
good
I'm
money.
just
Guys
bringing up
like
an
Chris
example.
Webby and fucking LaRussell. Niggas, you know what I mean? They
Shout out
might
to
not.
Russell.
Yeah.
But
Not
LaRussell will
The
be another
household
one,
names
but we
they
know who
getting.
he is. I'm talking about when you just walk in, you're like, what the fuck? Where the fuck all these kids go? What the fuck are y'all doing? Long ass line. You get to the marquee and you look up, it's like, I have never heard of that person before. That's one of them. And they don't say shit.
But LaRussell's not anti-establishment. He's just anti-bad deal.
That's kind of an
Yeah.
oxymoron.
I mean, it's kind of
No, he
it's kind
said
of
it.
the
He
same
said it.
thing.
Well,
but-
he said it at the panel we was at in Tennessee. He said if he was to be offered a deal and it was the right deal, he would do it. But
Yeah.
nothing has come to him that's been
There's
right.
almost no such thing as the right deal at that level. At the level he's on,
I'm
the
just saying
split
what
he
he-
with
that's
the
what
man
he
is
said.
not
That's what
right.
he
I
said.
get it, but it's almost like asking. This is going. I can't even say that expression no more. It's almost like asking for a non-corrupt cop. Like the system itself is so fucked up that after you join the system, you're automatically
Being
In
led
this-
in a certain direction.
right. So if we talking about a fair deal, a fair ain't nothing but a place where they judge pigs and pies, nigga. Like there's nothing fair.
I don't agree with that because look at artists who have gotten distribution deals, right? And I'm not talking about the streaming shit. I'm talking about like how Baby and them got 30 million from Universal. Puff got what he got from Clive. I know that don't exist
Oh,
anymore.
we
like
sat
that.
here to 21 kind of exposed like certain things within his deal that shows that he's getting a very like he has a high advantage.
I saw that episode. He didn't say he started like that.
Yeah, saw that episode too.
He didn't say
And
that
that's
was
the
his start.
that's the Cardi situation. Hey, come back and fix this. I'm not doing it. Like that's
Leverage.
we're right back to the same point.
gotta create
The labels. It's not in their interest for you to flourish without them.
Nor do they believe you can.
Then there's that.
They know how much money it costs to break an act. They know it better than us. And if you can somehow defy those odds, then you deserve it. But most can't.
It ain't cheap. But a lot of that is the system. What
Yeah.
we're talking about. You don't even artists that I work with, artists that I consult for, they don't know where to spend the money, let alone having the money to spend. If they had 100 bands, they would not know where to
Because
spin.
everything's like a shot in the dark. I'd say that.
Not for labels.
You might want to start at a streaming farm. You didn't hear me say that.
Labels know exactly where to spend the bread. Those shits are grandfathered in. They know exactly who to call.
And that's bad advice. Don't spread that. That's bad advice.
Because that's easier said than
I'm
done.
just saying.
And you teaching people how to not get fans.
Yeah,
Because ain't nobody listening.
No. Because that full blow shit is real. Like people will actually see numbers and be like, "What is this? Why everybody's fucking with this?"
Until it's time for the show.
And that's the big problem. That's the big problem. You better be able to sell a hard ticket.
And then it's a lot of
Tumbleweeds
pocket.
blowing through.
Yeah.
A lot of
There's
pocket.
checks,
dust.
there's barriers at every point. They got it. This system is in place since. There's a reason why all the artist stories are the same since the 50s, since Little Richard. There's a reason for it. They got this shit covered, my G. It's covered.
They built the better mousetrap at every turn.
Yes. Wherever you think you could go get it, you can't get in the performance venues, you can't get on the playlist, you can't get on the radio, you can't get a lawyer, you can't get a deal over there, you can't sell merch, what can you do? What you gonna do?
It's not an OnlyFans.
It's all around. Look around you, man. You can find inspiration. You can find discouragement. It all depends on you. Perception is everything. Some people just hear another song. Some people hear the greatest. A nigga used to have no chill. Nowadays I bump side A. Traffic going bumper to bumper, stuck on the highway.